The Hamas rockets came toward Beersheba and hit the ground, sending people scrambling for cover, even in residential neighborhoods. This house was hit by a rocket a few hours before we arrived, and from the outside it didn't look too bad. But inside, it's another story. A mother and father and 4 of their children were inside the home. When it was hit, when the sirens went off, they had less than a minute to run into their safe room, and they made it. They survived. We did the procedure, the husband says. We went to the safe room, closed the door. We heard a big boom, and straight after that, an electric outage. He says the young girls were in a little hysteria. We were lucky we entered the safe room. His wife says their fear was at first for the family and to protect the children. Then later, when they saw the incredible damage, they were stunned. We will go to a hotel for a few days until they find us an alternative home, she says. Their 9-year-old daughter said she was frightened when she heard the initial siren and then the large explosion. An Israeli member of parliament who came to the house minced no words in what he thought Israel had to do.
All my sons, 4 of them in reserve, they are ready to go further.
But there's a major debate inside Israel on whether that's wise. A former Air Force commander and mayor of Beersheba says he hopes Israeli air and naval power alone can get the job done. While we were in this expanding and modern city, 11 Hamas rockets entered the vicinity. Some were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome anti-missile system. Others got through and caused casualties. We were allowed to go inside the Emergency Medical Command Center. Sirens alert them when rockets are incoming, and they brace for the onslaught of calls. We're inside this Israeli ambulance. We've just left the command center, heading towards an area where rockets just landed, and apparently they're injured, and maybe even worse. We'll see what's going on. Lieutenant Sharon Howard is the Israeli Army liaison officer helping to coordinate medical care.
If they're in need, if there are many casualties, so also medical units of the Army also join the Magen David Adom to take care of all the injuries.
Turns out it was a woman overwhelmed by fear during the rocket attack, very common these days. Back at the command center, the sirens kept going off.